Welcome to another episode of Problematic the Podcast. What got in the building with me today?
You know the vibes, man. It's your boy JSmoove holding it down for the stream, boys.
JSmoove holding it down for the Strain Boys. I kind of view you as the leader of the Strain Boys.
You know, man. Sometimes we get that sometimes, but it's all a team effort for real,
What does being the leader of the Strain Boys mean to you? Like, how do you keep the crew motivated?
I like it's really a team effort for real. It don't even need to be like me motivating them and shit. We all got the same goal. We really motivated to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like we all see the dream and the vision and shit. So it's really easy. I'll be networking. We all be networking and doing our thing. You know
I
what I'm
see
saying?
that.
So
You
yeah.
definitely move around.
hmm
You're known for your like electrifying performances, big stage energy. What's the secret?
Shit, it's the love we really got, and then we really be working on this shit. We love doing this shit for real. And like when we done a performance, we be hitting each other up, looking at this shit like we studying film, like, oh, what did we do wrong? You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing. Like, what can we fix for the next shit? Like, instead of high-fiving each other all the time, we like, what can we fucking fix for the next joint? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I think that's a big thing that takes us to another place when we performing and shit because we don't ever stop. We always trying to improve something.
Do you practice at all?
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll go over, like, just as much as, like, when we're on the way to Baltimore tomorrow, we're going to be playing the set the whole time.
Okay.
So we'll be practicing, but at the same time, it's, we not doing a crazy rehearsal or nothing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But, so we do, but we don't.
Strain Boys. How has marijuana culture influenced your lifestyle and your music and the whole brand as a whole?
I think heavily for sure. Like I think it definitely the culture in general, yeah, for sure. That's a great question too, by the way. But yeah, that it's a big part of everything that we do, you know what I'm saying? In my writing process, our performing process, you know what I'm saying? And then just as much as our brand, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always looked up to like somebody like Snoop Dogg and Wiz and shit like that, how they was able to be themselves. And when they walk in the building, this shit comes with them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be
Right.
smoking, you know what I mean? So I
There's
love
a lot
that.
of artists like that. Styles P.
Right.
Yeah, Wiz, Snoop, the easy one, Smoke
Mhm.
DZA,
Mhm.
Jet Life, Currency, Lil
It's
Wayne.
a great opener too, like when you networking and talking to people and shit like that. Marijuana bring motherfuckers together,
It
like
does. More than anything, it brings
yeah.
motherfuckers together.
Music and weed bring people together like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
Real
it's
shit.
definitely, I think it went hand in hand.
It's the wildest and most unforgettable thing that happened to you guys while traveling for a show.
Shit, I think for me it was Orlando. We was out Orlando. We was doing a crazy show out there. I just remember it getting crazy. Like you go in the bathroom, there be girls in there sniffing coke off their cell phones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shit.
it was a competition too, and we was with AD the General, rest in peace, AD, and it was a competition out there. The local people in Orlando that was lit out there, they didn't win, and the crowd was getting a little rowdy about that.
Oh
So I
shit.
mean, it was like, oh, we got to duck out of here real quick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is it like that at a lot of shows?
Nah, that was like one of the only times it's ever been like that. Especially since we've been doing our own shows, it's never like that. When you at one of our shows, it's never like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you travel, it get a little crazy. But that's definitely was the craziest one.
These guys always got like special guests when you come around. How do you choose the people that you collaborate with?
Shit, that's a good question too. But I really it come from like genuine vibes, you know what I mean? Like me and you been messing with each other for a while and never really sat down and collabed on a track and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
cause it's just genuine.
We still
You know
got
what I'm
you still
saying?
got one, man. You paid
I already
$25 so we
that's what
can
I'm
so we can
saying.
start one. So whenever you wanna, you know what I mean, get a track.
Yeah,
I remember
facts.
that. It's that
Right.
25's in the tuck.
When we sat and chilled and smoked and all that multiple times, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it's more about just that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so now it's when we do, it's going to be something magic, you know what I mean? So
For sure.
that's a lot of times when we do collaborations, it's about that. Just that we have to fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we going to spend a lot of time with you, bring you on the road with us and do shit like that. We ain't doing it with somebody we don't like.
Right.
So, yeah.
What's the craziest and most heartwarming interaction you got from a fan?
Damn. That's a good one. Recently, we did a show in Allentown at the football stadium, and I got a song called "I Miss You." It's for people that passed away and stuff recently, and lady was crying, came up to us talking about that she just lost somebody, and you know what I mean, how the song really she related to it, it touched her, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
you know, when we like you said earlier, when we be performing, a lot of times, you know, people like the way that we perform, and on one of them songs like that, it really gets you going, you know, and fucking put you in one of them places, you know, you talking about something that's super real like that, and gets emotional and shit like that. I think people really respond to that.
that's fine. How do you stay inspired to create new music constantly, even like being on the move? These guys ever create on the go?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. Like I said, we doing a show tomorrow in Baltimore. The whole drive there, we gonna be listening to the set. We gonna be listening to the beats. You know what I mean? So you know, I try to stay in tune with new age music and shit like that, and everything that's out on the radio and everything that's hot streaming right now and shit like that. And you know, but I also just try to lock in on myself and try to create what I like also. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you know,
It's
I try
art.
to,
You know what I
yeah, it
mean?
is hard, but you know, that's what I mean. I try to do a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I take a month where I'm not writing at all. I'm just listening to music and shit like that. And that helps me get inspired sometimes, you know? And then sometimes it's just life. I always feel like if you super sad, you should write. If you super happy, you should write. Try to anyway.
So you write. You can write if you. I was talking about that on a last episode. You can write if you're sad.
For sure. For sure. I think some of the best shit come out like that. When you're super any emotion, I think, and then sometimes as an artist, you got to push yourself, you know. And sometimes people don't think about it, you know. When you down and out like that, Campaign inspires me to do shit like that all the time because he'll be going through some shit and still, you know, we go to the studio and lock in and shit, and you know he'll bring that out of him, whatever he's going through, going
Right.
into the song. You know what I'm saying, so I
Okay.
think about that sometimes. I'll be by myself and I'm going through something, and I'm like. I think about those moments and I'm like, oh, I gotta try and
No, see, my man's was talking about he could do tracks. Well, it was Mac Montega who I did the interview with, but he
mm.
said he could do a sad song. Just he's not gonna do it while he's sad. He's gonna write it, you know, during happier times. He can reminisce on what made him sad and then write
Right,
that in the
right,
song.
right,
But not so much as like in the sad moment, go write a song. You
right,
know what I mean?
right. Yeah, no, I definitely can. Anything. When I'm feeling super happy about something, I can write like that too. Yeah.
It's been your favorite city to perform in.
Favorite city to perform in? Damn, that's a good question too. You know, I always love doing local shit, but I think traveling, I love going to Baltimore. We going to Baltimore tomorrow too, but I love going to Baltimore. It's always love when we go out there. They love hip hop and shit. Cincinnati was a close second for me for real, but yeah, I love going to Baltimore.
Talk for Cincinnati.
hmm
How do you balance individual personalities in the Strain Boys? Keep the crew cohesive.
It ain't hard for real because we really genuinely fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we go through personal shit like brothers do and shit, and it don't go on the internet. We just you know we talk it out and shit, and it's you know it's easy for real because we really brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like so when we go
Right.
through some shit, we talk about it like men, and we fucking you know move right past it. You know we can you know like when you brothers and shit, you can fight, get up and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like so
No real shit.
man,
Brothers fight.
yeah.
That's a common saying.
You know what I
That's
mean?
people fight. You know what I
We
mean?
not
It's
always
just
gonna we human, we not always gonna agree on everything, you know what I'm
for
saying? So
sure. And it'd be whack if you did.
right. Facts. Facts.
How's your music changed since you started and like where do you see it going?
Shit. I know when I first started making music, I was heavily in the streets. I know when the more I got away from that, the further my music got away from that. And now too, fucking with Loud Pack, you know, he's an engineer and stuff like that, and he's helped me bring out a whole different sound, you know, doing a little harmonizing and shit like that, you know what I mean? So it's definitely helped me go to a whole another sound and be able to talk about you know, heartache and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Okay,
So you know, sometimes when you just rapping, it's hard to get on that sound even, you know what I mean? It's hard to bring it out
for
when you
sure.
can't touch this certain sound like that. So,
But you
you
got an
know,
engineer that can make it happen for you.
right. It starts being able to put you in a whole nother mind space when you writing too, you know. So,
Dope.
you know, I mean, going forward, even I see it like limitless for real. You know what I mean? I sometimes think that's a corny answer, but at the same time, I think it's the truth. You know, we really try to do
It
so
pushes a
much. You know
boundary.
what I
Or
mean?
a boundary that
Right.
something you thought was a boundary is no longer a boundary. So yeah, it can feel limitless. It's like, bro,
1000%.
there's so much more now. I'm not
Right.
fucking in a box.
Right. Facts.
No, limitless is it's perfect. It works. What's the biggest challenge you face on the road while touring? Like, how do you
Shit,
get
I was gonna
how you
say the
get past that
police.
shit?
I was
Okay,
gonna say the police, but not
yeah,
because
moving
we
around
smoke
with
a
the
lot. You know what I'm
strains.
saying? Yeah, so sometimes that really be a issue, and I'll be the only motherfucker with a driving license and shit. So sometimes that nah, but yeah, sometimes gun laws is different and shit, and you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta go to different states and shit like that. And motherfuckers gotta be careful because the world is crazy anymore and shit like that. And especially going in, the hip hop scene, we was talking about this off camera. Like hip hop scene can be very crazy sometimes. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah, you gotta protect
so
yourself.
yeah.
What's your favorite pre-show ritual?
Shit. Just
Y'all niggas
being
get
lit
high on
again, you know what I'm
stage.
saying?
I know you just gotta do
Yeah,
something
yeah, I was yeah,
before
more than
all of that.
smoking. It's just really it's really just the vibes. I like we get the Airbnb and we'll be there chilling, just being with everybody, smoking, listening to music, getting my nerves right and shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We'll be listening to the set, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat. I get anxious, so I don't eat the day of the show. I don't eat nothing.
For real?
Yeah, campaign, no, I'll be on the road, don't matter, anywhere, I don't eat nothing the whole day. As soon as the show over, I'll be dogging shit. But before that, I'm not eating nothing. So I'm just drinking water, some Red Bull, some liquor. You
Damn.
know what I mean?
Liquor on an empty stomach
Yeah.
and Red Bull. Crazy.
Yeah.
How does Strain Boys come together? Like, how'd you get that name? Aside from, the obvious connotations.
Yeah, the name we was doing basement sessions, the podcast and shit. We do that every Thursday at 6:30
Shout
live
out to
on
Basement
Facebook.
Sessions.
Yeah, live on Facebook. And somebody has said that in a comment, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it just kind of came organically like that. You know what I mean? We just kind of took it and ran with it.
How's it feel when you see the crowd vibing to your energy during the show?
It's everything for real. That's the motivation to keep you going. You know what I mean? Because there be them times where they don't. You know what I'm saying? And there be times where it's just dead, and there be times where they going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the times where they going crazy is what keep you going.
How's it feel when they don't?
Shit, it's to me, I'm so competitive, so I'll be like, all right, what can I do to get you there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Right.
why I like going in my bag now. Like, I always say, like, I'm so thankful to have a motherfucker like Loud Pack that can help me feel like my shit is limitless now. And I can go, all right, what can I do now?
You can hit a different lane.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a set tomorrow that's gonna be 20 minutes. So through that set, we got a little bit of pain music, we got some turn up shit, we got some dance shit, we got a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't hit you on one of these, then
Right.
shit.
Yeah, 20 minutes, that's a big John.
You just don't like me then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Strain Boys has a strong image. What role does the merch play in connecting with fans?
it does and it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I think our brand is so big sometimes that we don't even need the merch, but
What?
you know what I'm saying? But
Y'all niggas need shirts, man.
we got shirts now, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna bring one in for you and shit too. I fucking yeah, I gotta get one in your size and shit. Let me know. But yeah, we just came out with a new design and shit, and we be doing the basement session and shit too, you know what I'm saying? But motherfucking it's like I said, sometimes it's like we can pull up with what we wearing now, Puma and jerseys or whatever, and it's hits the same because motherfuckers know us by our face, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like sometimes it's not about like we branded ourselves so much. I feel like sometimes, and we bringing it back though. Like I said, we all wearing Strand Boy shit tomorrow. We gonna be out of town in Baltimore, and the merch definitely gonna be in the building for sale and all that shit while we there. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some brands is built off the merch. That's what I meant by that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like it's not. It wasn't like we made
The merch?
and that's
All
what
right.
made us popping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like yeah.
No, I just think that, as a crew, everybody can use some merch to fucking sell.
Oh,
That's
for
an extra
sure.
outlet.
Yeah. My man Mike Deco in Allentown was big on that. That's what really got me going with this shit again, with the merch and shit. He was like, y'all be doing so much, y'all need to be having shit there so everybody can
Yeah.
take something of y'all with them when they go home. And I was like, yeah, that was a good point. Shout out Mike Deco.
What's one piece of advice you give to young artists looking to build their crew and their brands up?
You gotta get yourself on everything. Don't be scared to get out there and get shit shaking. I think sometimes I be surprised when I talk to people and they like, oh, this is my first show. And I'm like, damn, for real? Like, You know, it's just like you gotta get out there and be, and not that shows is everything, but like you don't have music videos, you don't have no resume of like being out there doing nothing. You gotta get out there and jump out there, do ciphers, get music videos, even if they ain't yours. You gotta get out there, stamp yourself in the music scene wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere is a local music scene. You gotta stamp yourself there first, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? The internet is great too, you know what I'm saying, but you need a real life presence.
I feel that for sure. Definitely need a real life presence. What's your most memorable show that you've ever performed, and why?
Probably DMX. We opened for DMX at Reverb and shit, and fucking, you
R.I.P.
know,
DMX.
yeah, I think it's his birthday yesterday.
Yesterday
too,
was his
you know what
birthday,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, happy birthday, rest in peace. Obviously, just because he's a legend, you know what I'm saying? It was sold out, you know what I mean? Reverb do a lot of big shows and shit, and it was sold the fuck out. You know
And that
what I'm
one
saying?
probably looked crazier than most because it was
Right. It
sold
was my
out.
third show ever, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
I'm
shit.
really new at this shit too, you know what I mean? Like, and it was a whole, you know, a whole story of how we even got the opportunity and shit that was crazy and shit. But
What's the story? Shit.
I can't give everybody that game, you know what I'm saying? I can't give everybody that game. It was a little, I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But we finessed our way into the situation for sure. But we ended up selling 100 tickets for the show and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we get the best slot of the night too, as far as openers and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was a crazy joint. It was fully packed when we up on stage. We did a Rough Riders Anthem remix and shit and fucking
Dope.
went crazy, yeah.
How do you guys celebrate after a successful show?
Same way we pregame, you know what I'm saying? No, I really be, I like I said, I like to eat right after. I'm usually trying to eat something, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
because you didn't eat shit.
Yeah, yeah. We go back to the Airbnb hotel, casino. We like he was saying off camera, like if there's a casino in that city, we usually go do that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. What's next for JSmoove and the Strain Boys? Any big projects in the works?
Yeah, we together collectively we dropped the project LJS Files Volume 1. So we got LJS Files Volume 2 cooking up right now. I also got a little project that I'm gonna be dropping by myself. Obviously gonna have features from the gang and shit, you know what I'm saying, but several solos and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? So we still working on a name for that shit, but
Dope, dope. Tell the people where to find you at before we get out of here.
JSmoove, JSmoove on everything, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. JSmoove, holla at me.